Hey, Brett.
Yeah, Chad.
How you doing?
What was that? Was that a laugh track?
Yeah, I got it on sale.
What sale?
The Friends TV show auction?
Was it expensive?
Oh, hell yes. And well worth it.
How did you buy it?
With my cryptocurrency. Did you know that the ratio between Bitcoin and Ethereum has widened?
Well, yeah, it has.
Totally worth it.
Welcome to WTF is CryptoSpace. I'm Brett.
And I'm Chad.
This podcast is all about the crypto space.
Oh, Brett, quickly, duck. Duck, it's coming in, quickly. Fuck.
What is fuck?
That's frequently asked questions. We've been getting some connections with the people on the Facebook, and they've been asking a few questions. One of those questions have actually been, is cryptocurrency in a bubble?
Chad, everything is in a bubble.
Wait, am I in a bubble? I'm having a crisis. Hang on, I'm not in a bubble. What are you talking about?
Well, due to money printing of central banks, right, and all that debt creation scheme that they've been on for the last 40 years, give or take, it means that with that increase in the money supply, the increase in the price tag of items has gone up.
Right. Is that when they print the money to like bail out countries and that sort of stuff?
Yeah, and then even in some, they did a bail-in where they just took money and then just thought that was a good idea. So you've got to look at this. One of the best sort of series that I've seen is one by Mike Maloney called The 7 Secrets of Money, and we'll put the link below, but definitely worth a look at. It explains how that works and how perhaps cryptocurrency might be in a bubble just like everything else. But like I said to you before, Chad, it's about the rate of change and the value and how some items are going more up than others.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So the rest of the podcast, we want to sort of cover the initial way of getting into cryptocurrency and crypto space. It's easy to, listening to this podcast, kind of get a little bit confused about, cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. Like our father, who's actually listening, hey Dad, he's listening to the podcast and he wants to know more about this stuff. He said it was kind of over his head. He wants you to explain a little bit about it. So this is for Dad, and for anybody out there who doesn't know how to get into the crypto space. Brett, simple question. How do I get into the crypto space?
So there's 3 ways you get into the crypto space. Okay. So one is that you can buy coins from other people. So you might exchange your Aussie dollars for cryptocurrency. So
I shouldn't meet that dude down the Woolies car park though. That's a bad time.
Probably not.
Okay.
And
found out, Brett. I found out what his name is. His name's Frank. Actually, no, his name's straight to the point. Anyway, as you were.
So the other one is that you can purchase cryptocurrencies on an exchange, and although no one's paying us for sponsorship, the one of the people in Australia that we have utilized and have been very useful is acx.io. So it's acx.io, and what you do there is that you exchange Aussie dollars, put it from your bank into their bank, and then you're able to buy credits. You're able to buy your tokens. Okay.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
So ACX is the Australian crypto exchange. It's the largest.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the third one is you can mine coins.
So do I have to go down like a shop? Do I have to quit my job now and actually go and like start mining?
No, not quite like that, Chattels. But we might go into more about that one in the next episode.
Okay.
All right. So, but getting to the nitty gritty. So you're saying, okay, well, how do I get into the cryptocurrency space? When you're looking at getting started, the most important thing is that you find yourself a wallet. Okay. Now, not anybody's wallet. This is an electronic wallet, and it's specific to your token that you hold. So, for example, if you have Bitcoin, you need a Bitcoin wallet, and if you have Ethereum, then you might have an Ethereum wallet. And if
I
you're
have
like
two of
us-
those. I have one. I have collector's items. I have both of the things you just mentioned.
Yeah, exactly. So you might have one of each. Exactly.
Yeah.
But there are other products that we talked about. Look, Jax and how they had their exchange hacked not too long ago. So there is some safety issues still around different ones. There's another one called Exodus.io. They have a nice, strong security feature. But the biggest thing is it's really simple. If you own or hold your private key, you own your tokens. If you don't, okay, then somebody else is holding them for you. And that's the big thing.
All right, thank you for that, Brett. All right, guys, today we have a sponsorship. I say sponsorship, and I mean sponsorship with inverted commas. We have a sponsorship from a fantastic company, and here is Chad to tell you all about it.
Do you need to add some flavor to your evening meals? Duck fat. Do you need a healthy organic alternative to hair gel? Duck fat. Are you a surfer but too lazy to go to the shop and get some wax? Duck fat. Need to slide down the fireman pole installed in the man cave at the back of your parents' house? Duck fat.
It's anti-inflammatory, antibiotic, anti-discriminatory, non-stick, pro-life.
Duck fat. Go to whatstheduckfat.com for your free 1.5 litre sample. That's whatstheduckfat.com. Duck fat.
That sounds like a fantastic product. And if you have a business that you want to put in that space instead of that, you can contact us in the details below, and we would like to put your business in our podcast. But Brett, we're going to go into the next section, and it's something that I like to call in the news.
Okay, so today one of the articles that I'm looking at is by Zero Hedge, a really good website for being able to get different information on all the happenings within the crypto space. But not to mention that, but in the financial sector overall. So one of the big things is that you've got to understand so the article is called The Everything Bubble, why the coming collapse will be even worse than the last. Now, this one is by Mike Maloney. I was telling you about him before. The big thing you've got to be aware of, Chad, is that when you look at these sort of articles, and you look at a lot of people in this space, they're what you call doomists. They're more interested in how things won't happen than necessarily how things will happen.
The doom and gloomers.
That's it, the doom and gloomers. And so the big thing is what we need to look at is in this space, he talks about, he's a gold analyst. He has a gold and silver company. So therefore, he has obviously a leaning towards
a vested interest. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And that's a big thing, we're very clear about here at WTF CryptoSpace is that we own a little bit of crypto, but for us, we don't own anything that has a stake.
We don't
in
own
it.
enough for us to go, hey guys, get involved because it makes us look better, or our price will go up or whatever. We just have a community that we want to talk to about it because we're excited about it. That's why we're doing it.
Chad's lying. It's actually just because he likes talking.
I love talking. This is a podcast.
So the thing is that he sort of looks at the fact that he says soon investors will be forced to reconcile a massive expansion of the debt and falling productivity and growth with a host of potentially disruptive crises. Now, he is right to an extent. He talks about where we're at in regards to the last crisis triggers massive
in
devaluations.
2008, 2009, the GFC.
Yep, absolutely. And in the real estate and stock markets, and then how the next crash will be the result of triple bubbles in stocks.
Which was, I watched that video. It's he's added bonds on top of real estate and stocks.
Yeah, look, and the thing is that when you look at the world and you look at how this is, there is going to be a period of pain, like anything. But the important thing to understand is that if you're looking at how you go forward and you're preparing yourself for the transition, which is why, we believe the transition is on its way or has begun, then you can start to prepare for that value wealth transfer across from fiat currency to cryptocurrency. So I will put the article, the link to below. You're welcome to have a read. It's fantastic. And
also, there's a 30-minute video from him talking about just a bunch of stuff on the other article that we put in there as well.
Yeah, definitely worth someone to subscribe to. He puts out some good stuff, but just always you got to sort through yourself between what is advertising and what is information. So
yeah, take it with a grain of salt. The other thing is he worked with one of our favorite entrepreneurial minds, Robert Kiyosaki. So he knows his stuff, but also, there is some selling because these guys are businessmen. So obviously we do not advertise or tell you how to spend your money, as we will not tell you how to listen to advice. So just take it with a grain of salt and always ask questions and do more research.
And look, one of the things is that, when you're looking at the crypto space, there are some different strategies that people will use to sort of get into the crypto space. And so one of them is nice and easy. I love this strategy. Buy and hold, or hodl, as it is around the traps.
Right.
If you,
I don't know who came up with that name. Obviously, they weren't good at names and they weren't doing movies or anything. They were like,
no, it's one of those crypto space in jokes, Chad.
Okay, that it went way over everyone's head. Yeah.
It was a bad night at a bar.
Absolutely. Someone was definitely drunk when they made that.
They were definitely using the bar stool as a walker. But another one is that dollar cost average, right? So you can dollar cost average. And what this means is today's Monday.
Yep.
Okay. Then buy cryptocurrency.
Okay.
If you get to money,
why?
No, there's not a why. That's it. If you
so you just do it. Today's a Monday, we're just going to do it.
Absolutely. Might be $10, might be $20.
Okay.
Just nice, steady strategy.
Okay.
Another one is quite a complex strategy, and I'll talk about that one first, is called arbitrage, the price for better value. Now, this is why I said before about ACX.io. The important thing to look at there is that there is about a $500 premium from converting from Australian dollars into cryptocurrency, and look, you do find that no matter where you are, the
$500 though, that's a lot
per Bitcoin.
Oh, per Bitcoin, okay, because Bitcoin at the moment is currently around in Australian dollars around 2.5.
Oh, sorry, no, in Aussie dollars, maybe.
Yeah, Aussie dollars about 3.5.
Three. Yeah.
So okay, so it's like 1/6 of that on top.
Yeah, absolutely, and so that means that when you get into the space, it might be worth figuring out a way of being able to offset that expense.
Yeah, somehow.
That's what that is about. And the other one of Chad's favorites is called Play the Ratio.
Play the ratio.
And look, this could be between, Bitcoin and any other currency.
Any other currencies. We've been looking at it,
Ethereum.
and we've been bouncing, looking at what it would cost, because again, when you're transferring from cryptocurrency to other cryptocurrency, it's an extremely small transfer fee. There is a fee because it has to go somewhere and be approved. Is it twice? Has it been approved twice?
Yeah, double confirmation. So that's about a 20-minute confirmation.
So it needs to be that, and that the person who you're
But it's only one expense.
Yeah, one expense, and it's confirmed twice. But you don't lose like that much. But it's possible, it's cheap, and it's great. And that's why the ratio is bouncing between, say, for me, is Bitcoin to Ethereum, looking at where the Ethereum's going, if the Bitcoin's going up and the Ethereum's going down, transferring that when it's hit its lowest point and starting to come back up. That's the kind of playing the ratio that I like, that I'm interested in as
and is there a risk, Chad?
Oh, absolutely. There's a risk in everything. That's the big thing, is this is money. Money goes places, and there is always a risk. It can be low risk, it can be high risk. It just needs to be a calculated risk. Well, guys, thanks so much for listening. Like us once, comment twice, and share this podcast with your friends. That's the way we're growing our community. Connect with us on Facebook, on Twitter, or on Steemit. Those links are in the show notes below. We'd love you to give us a review on iTunes and Stitcher. That helps us to be seen in all of the good places on the podcasting apps. Also, click subscribe if you haven't, because you'll get updates with this podcast every week in your feed. Wednesday is when we send it out. It's 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEST, my favorite acronym. You'll get access to all of our information on the crypto space. Well, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm Chad.
And I'm Brett.
let's get excited about the crypto space.
The transition has begun.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.